Hi guys, and welcome to a new video. Today with the topic, are you making this one big, huge mistake? The biggest mistake you can make on the twin flame journey. So yeah, very interesting topic. Let's dive right into it. So you might be in a twin flame situation. You might have been together and then broke up, or any kind of complicated twin flame situation. And then there's a little trap on the road. And that trap is that one mistake I'm actually talking about, which is you think it would be all so much easier if only he knew and he admitted, or she, of course, admitted of how big your love is, that he loves you too. I'm going to talk about he, because it's so complicated to always say the two pronouns. And as I know, there's more pronouns now coming in from the States, so we should use all of them. I'm just going to use he for this video and for other videos. So you think your life would be easier if he only admitted, and if he only knew, and if he only saw the love that connects the two of you and links the two of you forever. And there's another little mistake, a little side mistake within that same mistake. You think it would be so much easier if only he realized that the two of you were twin flames. So you want to have the twin flame talk with him and go, look, my friend, sit down and listen up, because I have something to share with you that will make your life so much easier. Once you know what I have to share with you, you know where you belong, you know where your love life is going to take place with me, and you know that you don't need to go out and find a person to love anymore, because she is sitting right in front of you. Right? So you feel that would be so much easier for the two of you, and that is leading you into the trap, which I consider one of the biggest mistakes on this journey, which is to convince him. Convince him of your love, convince him of your connection, convince him that you're the one. Like, basically sell yourself and sell your union to him. Why can that not work? Why is it impossible for this to work? What is the mistake in all of this? If you really want to know why, and you're not just, okay, Yvonne, I trust you. You said I shouldn't do it, so I'm not going to do it. For those who want to know why, I'm going to give you an explanation. Well, sorry. The explanation is that you, by convincing someone, like, even not, it doesn't even have to be your twin flame. Like, of course, we're in a twin flame situation here talking about that, but it could be whatever. So trying to convince someone is putting pressure on someone, to see things the way you see them, or you feel he or she should be seeing them. So by applying pressure on someone, that someone doesn't even have a choice but to apply pressure to, which is to resist that pressure. In German, there's that word of counter pressure. I'm not sure you're saying that in English, probably not. But you know what I mean. Like, you press against something, and that thing doesn't have a choice but to press against it, because otherwise it will be crushed to the wall. So you don't reach the goal you have in mind by applying pressure and by trying to convince, but you reach the contrary. Like, you achieve the contrary of what you actually want, because what you actually want is awareness in that person, is a consciousness, is a realization of something, is a knowing, is an admitting of something, is an intuition, following their heart and their intuition. But that doesn't work by you coming in with the pressure sledgehammer. That can't work. They have to come to this on their own. And yes, I keep on saying you're one with your twin flame, so there isn't really a on their own, but you're still two people. You're still two individual persons that are whole within themselves as a person. You don't need the other one to be complete, and you don't need the other one to agree with you on every little superficial detail, or not superficial in this case, in order for them not to be one with you. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't mean that if they are seeing things differently on a certain topic, that they're not one with you. It just means there's things to be healed within the two of you. And that brings us to the second part of the explanation, that by you trying to convince someone, you are basically working on the outside. You're working outside of yourself. You're working on someone. It's like when you imagine, Michelangelo making a beautiful sculpture. He's like working on that sculpture outside of himself, right? And you do the same with your twin flame. If you go up to them and you go, okay, listen up, you need to admit you're trying to achieve something outside of yourself. And as you're not Michelangelo, I'm sorry, you're a person, a beautiful person, but you achieve things not outside of you, but inside of you, within you. So you trying to convince someone, you trying to have them see things the way you see them, and to admit to something you feel is so obvious and so natural and so divine, you are actually expressing an insecurity within yourself. You're expressing that you're not certain. You're expressing that you don't trust yourself. And you're also expressing, by the way, that you don't trust love. You don't trust that huge love that you want him to admit to, because if you did, if you trusted that love, you would trust that it would find its way. Do you see what I'm saying? It's pretty great, I feel. Not what I'm saying, but just like the concept of it. So stop convincing him. Don't make that mistake. Don't fall into that trap, because it's you leaving yourself. It's you leaving yourself behind. It's you shifting the focus from you where it should be. The focus should always be on you. You should use the other person, let's use. You should use the other person as a mirror only, as a mirror who is showing you things you need to resolve within yourself, things that you weren't aware about, that you weren't aware of about yourself. So that's the only thing that you get from outside of you, is a perspective pointing to within you. Does that make sense grammatically? I hope. It points you to yourself. So you trying to achieve something outside of you will never work. You will find that security and the trust in your twin flame, the trust in love, the trust in the twin flame journey, and the trust in your healing work within yourself only. And once you achieve that within yourself, once you achieve that security and that knowing and that awareness within yourself, what happens? All of a sudden, you don't feel the need anymore to achieve it outside of yourself. And what happens next? Once you don't have the need to achieve it outside of yourself, because you frankly don't care anymore. You just don't care because you know what you know. And as that falls away, what happens is that what will be mirrored to you next by your entourage, by your surroundings, by your acquaintances, but also by your twin flame, it will be mirrored certainty and awareness and whatever you were looking for in the first place. Then it can be confirmed to you through the outside because you have found it within you, inside. I hope that makes sense. Of course it does. It makes sense. And yes, I hope you can avoid that big mistake. You can spare yourself a lot of time, a lot of nerves, a lot of unpleasant experiences if you just avoid that mistake. And if you have done that mistake, and share with me below if you have done that mistake, you have made that mistake, share with me. It's totally okay. As I see in my clients and in others, just people in the twin flame journey, that is a mistake that has to be made sometimes, many times, in order for you to then learn the lesson that it's not helping. It's not guiding you anywhere. It's not bringing you to what you actually want to achieve. So it's okay. Don't be harsh on yourself. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to fall and get back up and take the next step. It's totally fine. Forgive yourself, accept yourself with these lessons you learned and with these mistakes you made, and just pat yourself on the back and go, okay, that's okay. I remember what Yvonne is saying. I remember doing that, but then I realized it didn't give me anything, so I stopped. So yeah, no being harsh on yourself. So thanks for listening. Share this video if you like it. Give it a thumbs up. Comment below if you feel inspired to. I'm always happy to read your comments. So thanks for being here, and I'm wishing you all the best and much love. Bye, guys.